you start to realize I have been posting regularly on LinkedIn. And one of the things that I realized pretty quickly is I had been basically non-existent on any social media, period. LinkedIn being more the business context. And what you learn on LinkedIn is authenticity is the most powerful thing. And, really speaking from a place of personal power, speaking from a place of lived experiences, speaking from a place of like confidence and expertise. And I think that translates really well to like other areas of life, like leadership. I think the area that I come from when it comes to, trust and transparency is like, it's kind of just like who I am as a person, like I don't have a choice to be transparent. Like I would prefer to be less transparent, but I can't help it, and so what I mean is like, I think that it's good for leadership to be transparent, but to a point, right? Like, sometimes I'll share information and my leadership team will be like, hey, should we be sharing this? This is like freaking people out, and so my point is, I think that the transparency side has been really effective because it does build trust. We use EOS, Entrepreneurial Operating System. Every quarter we have a leadership team meeting where we meet and kind of plan out the next quarter. We have a 2-day annual meeting, but after that we do what's called a state of the company, where we invite every single team member and we share everything. Just short of the P&L. So we share all of our wins, we share all of the losses, we share the good, the bad, and the ugly. One of my favorite sayings on this, Brad Montague, the creator of Kid President, if you're familiar with him, he's a great speaker and author, and just movement builder. And I got to see him speak in Hawaii this past year at a leadership summit. It's really good. And he said, as a leader, we should always be having two conversations, and this is who we are and this is where we're going. And so I think that those conversations are kind of like the foundation of transparency and trust, from a leadership perspective. One of the other things that we did this year that I thought was really effective is, as we face challenges in the marketplace, when you have a compressed market, from an economic, like a large macroeconomic downturn, in terms of like interest rates and like, all the stuff that's happening in AI as being a very disruptive force in marketing. And just the proliferation, right? Like, it's like 10 years ago, there were like 3 to 4 marketing platforms, and now there's like, 3,000,
Right.
and so you cannot keep up. And so you have these kids that are starting these new marketing agencies that are doing some really cool stuff. And it's like, how am I supposed to keep up with all the things that are happening? Well, one of the things that I think is important is relationships. Like, so, from a values-based perspective, our cornerstone core value is building meaningful relationships. And so it's like communicating well with our team. So I think one way to build trust is to just have strong lines of communication.